Kenyans will have only 30 days to register as voters after the countrywide exercise kicks off Monday morning, and presidential aspirants have taken it upon themselves to rally Kenyans to turn out in large numbers and register as voters. And for the fourth consecutive day, presidential aspirant on a UDF party ticket, Musalia Mudavadi, continued with his presidential campaigns in the western region. Mudavadi addressed a public rally at Mbale Municipal Grounds in his Sabatia backyard, Vihiga County. Accompanied by MPs allied to UDF, Mudavadi asked Kenyans not to be locked out of the crucial voting exercise, which will decide the destiny of Kenyans by turning out in large numbers to register as voters.
Tunataka kila mtu ambaye amehitimu apate nafasi ya kujisajiliwa. Na tena tunasukuma wizara ya kutoa identity cards kwamba nao waharakishe ile mambo ya karatasi ya kushikilia. Hatutaki wacheleweshe vijana kujiandikisha.
Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka attended a Sunday service at the African Gospel Church in Karen, Nairobi County, where he also took the opportunity to ask Kenyans to turn out in large numbers and register as voters, while reminding those who have applied for national identification cards to collect them from the offices of the Registrar of Persons. Musyoka said Kenya was undergoing a complete change and will become a transformed country after the next polls. However, Musyoka appeared to support a plan by members of the G7 Alliance to amend the Political Parties Act and extend the December 4th deadline for political parties to deposit their coalition agreements with the Registrar of Parties.
The important thing is Parliament is reconvening Tuesday, and so whatever needs to be done from the floor of the House will happen. That there will be political alignments, realignments, and this will probably become a reality going forward as political parties seek to position themselves.
Kenya National Congress Party presidential aspirant Peter Kenneth took his campaigns to Nyahururu town in Laikipia County, where he urged Kenyans to carefully vet leaders. Kenneth said Kenyans will only elect the leadership they desire if they register as voters and participate in the much-awaited polls. Kenneth added the country was experiencing high unemployment and food shortages, problems that require the right leadership to address. The Gatanga MP had attended a Sunday service at the Nyahururu PCEA Church.
Tuombee taifa tuweze kupata uongozi ambao utapeleka taifa mbele. Uongozi ambao utaunganisha jamii zote za Wakenya. Uongozi ambao utafanya maisha yetu yawe bora.
And for the second day running, presidential aspirant on a TNA party ticket, Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta pitched tent in Isiolo County, addressing public rallies in Garbatula. Kenyatta, who was accompanied by MPs allied to TNA, took a swipe at leaders he said were using his ethnic background to spread falsehoods against him. Kenyatta said he is seeking for votes as a Kenyan with an aim of uniting all communities regardless of their ethnic backgrounds. Kenyatta also asked Kenyans to take advantage of the 30-day voter registration period and register as voters, saying if elected president, his government will give priority to marginalized areas.
Mimi wakati nilikuwa waziri wa fedha, hata mbele ya katiba kupitishwa, nilikuwa waziri wa kwanza kutoa pesa kutoka serikali kuu zaidi ya milioni 200 kwa kila constituency iende ikajenge mahospitali na shule kwa constituency. Katiba yenyewe haikuwa imepitishwa.
Meanwhile, after receiving a honorary degree in Malaysia, Prime Minister Raila Odinga headed to South Korea to sign a deal between Thairu International and the Kenya Electricity Generating Company, Kengen, for the construction of the largest power station in East Africa. Odinga, who is seeking the presidency on an ODM party ticket, said that energy remains one of the biggest threats to Kenya's dream of being Africa's hub for creativity and innovation. He said scarcity of power was hampering the country's appeal with an investment destination.
I remember when we started those talks way back. It was 2009. Yeah. And it's taking time But they say all is well that ends well. And hope that now we can fast track it. Yeah. And this is going to be a major milestone.
Back at home, Odinga's ODM party was launching a campaign strategy termed ODM Mashinani. The campaign was launched simultaneously in all the 47 counties with an aim of popularizing the party at the grassroots level as well as Odinga's presidential bid. Meanwhile, presidential aspirant to NARC Kenya party ticket Martha Karua received a hostile reception during her Meet the People tour in Runyenjes, Embu County, after residents of Kianjakoma village denied her a chance to speak to them chanting TNA slogans. The youths, who are carrying twigs and TNA placards, claimed that the National Alliance Party in the region, led by area Member of Parliament Cecil Mbarire, had organized a parallel rally at the venue and asked Karua not to take advantage of that to campaign. When it became difficult for her vehicle to navigate the hostile crowd, Karua alighted and walked to the stadium with a quest to address the crowd, hitting a dead end. Police were on standby to avert any violence. Later, Karua continued with her visit to other areas where she declared that she will not be cowed by her opponents, saying she will soldier on until the end. Karua also asked Kenyans to turn out in large numbers and register as voters. Presidential aspirant on a Ford Kenya party ticket, Trade Minister Moses Wetangula has called on village elders and leaders to sensitize people on the importance of registering as a voter. Wetangula, who was meeting councillors and aspirants for various positions on a Ford Kenya ticket in Bungoma County, asked the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) to ensure they reach their target of 18 million registered voters by providing mobile registration centers.
Na mnajua wale ambao watatuweka kwa bench na wale ambao tutafanya kazi as equals. So we will be able to tell you in due course our levels of discussion, our levels of agreement, but rest assured we are in the race for the presidency of this country.
Wetangula also revealed that his party was in talks with other like-minded parties for a possible coalition pact that will enable them win during the first round of next year's general election. Thairu, Sunday Live.